Hey, Metal4Metal universe, I'm PJ Steven, that's Dennis Parker, and we're here to give you the Metal4Metal news right to your ear hole, just like we do every week. The news this week is very exciting. I'm very excited to get into it.
I'm a little excited.
Yeah, I am.
I'm a little excited for it.
I got a little chub, you know. Listen, before we get into it, I do want to say something. Yesterday, today we're recording this on Wednesday. Yesterday was International Slayer Day. For everybody that doesn't know, Slayer is one of our favorite bands.
Absolutely.
I want to take just a few minutes to discuss what's your favorite Slayer moment, Slayer song, album. What do you think?
Their first one, "Show No Mercy,"
that defines Slayer to you?
Dude, it's such a great record, and it really has an Iron Maiden feel to it. I think. Especially Die by the Sword and stuff like that.
Antichrist.
Yeah. Oh,
that was which is part of my favorite song.
The Antichrist is awesome. But yeah, dude, it's just such a raw album, and it's catchy, and it's great, and that's by far and it's a great album cover too. But yeah, great album overall. Definitely. What's your favorite?
I hate to be so cliche. My favorite is South of Heaven. That album is fantastic.
That's not really cliche. I'd say Rain and Blood would be.
Yeah, my favorite song though is Antichrist. But that album, the whole album, I can listen to front to back. But honestly, Slayer is one of those bands that I don't think they've ever put out a bad album.
They're very consistent.
Even like World Painted Blood came out like 2010 or whatever. That was fucking phenomenal.
Yep.
Repentless, their newer record, was great. The comic book series that they're doing with that, and we're going to get into comic books a little bit later on the show, but that comic book series they came out with Repentless was perfect. I mean, the music videos are fantastic. We've seen them live. They are just a hell of a live band. They really gave it to you. And there's actually a terrific picture that it's going to be on the Metal4Metal Facebook page of a cool picture of Tom Araya because it is his birthday today.
Oh,
actually, it's his birthday. Tom Araya, happy birthday.
Oh, man.
She doesn't like Tom Araya.
She doesn't like Tom. Well, maybe she does like Tom. That's just her way of showing affection.
Exactly, yeah.
We love you.
Not all! So, I don't really abuse my dog a lot.
Not too much.
So Tom Araya's, I think he's like 51 today.
Yeah.
If I got your age wrong, I'm sorry, Tom. But, yeah, so that's awesome. International Slayer Day. We're into that.
Totally. It should be on a calendar.
The fact that it's not.
The fact that it's not on a calendar offends me, and I would like our government to do something about that, please.
Well, we're going to be getting to the government a little bit later again on this show, so you're just foreshadowing all the things that are on this show.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump right in the news. How about that?
Okay. Want to get into it?
Open your ear holes, ladies, because here it comes.
All right. First thing on the news today, we got Century Media. The record label, Century Media, you guys probably know, is one of the biggest metal record labels around there. They're right up there with Metal Blade. I'm not even sure if the End Records is around anymore, but they're up there with all the big guys. And says the publishing catalog of Century Media record label has been acquired by Reservoir Media. We looked up Reservoir before this, and they're kind of. They have nothing to do with metal. That has nothing to do with metal. And I guess before this, Century Media in 2015 had been acquired by Sony Entertainment, which they're in the shit.
That I knew.
Yeah, they're in the shit too, though. I mean, I guess Sony's music, leg is just fucking tanking, like really bad.
Well, they have a partnership with Spotify as well.
Yeah, I think everybody has a partnership with Spotify.
Yeah, I guess so,
I mean, I guess everybody's on that. But says terms of the deal, which include the rights to 9,000 songs and the contracts of more than 350 songwriters, haven't been disclosed. This acquisition of Century Media's publishing arm reaffirms our commitment to diversifying our music catalog and expanding Reservoir's international music offerings. That's what the CEO.
I guess I can kind of respect that. Like, you want to try, as long as they do it correctly. But if they're willing to.
It's definitely
have a diverse kind of music.
It's definitely going to diverse their catalog because they don't have, really anything I'm interested in. But
maybe that's why they did it. They think they need to diversify, and I can agree with that.
Yeah, dude, Century Media. I'm not even really sure if I would be into metal without Century Media because back Iced Earth, Lacuna Coil, I think God Forbid.
Shadows Fall.
Shadows Fall.
Shadows Fall.
Yes. Arch Enemy. Everybody.
Oh, we did a piece on Arch Enemy a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, everybody has been on Century Media at one point or another, it seems like. And, there's been good experiences and bad experiences with them. I remember way back when John Schaefer always talked horrible shit about Century Media. He was always saying that they didn't promote him enough. That was kind of his excuse why they never got big. He was always saying that, you know, they should have promoted more. They should have put him up with another, you know, a bigger band and things like that. And then they switched to SPV after they left Century Media. And then SPV tanked. They completely went under, and then they went right back to Century Media after that. So I mean, they're a consistent label, dude. And I mean, there's so many bands that owe their credit to Century Media. And,
yeah, and a lot of these newer bands too, like In This Moment and like Suicide Silence and things like that. They really got their start with Century Media too.
Yeah, so I hope this works out, and I hope that, you know, it keeps going on. You know?
Oh, I do too. I absolutely hope that that these bands don't lose their, you know, it's just like an employer at a store that gets bought out by the big guys, you know?
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying Reservoir is bigger than Century Media, but they have to be at some point.
Yeah, I guess.
Them, you know?
Yeah, I mean, at least they're in a better financial situation.
Yeah.
Than Century Media is, but I mean, I guess that just shows really the state of the industry.
Yeah.
These days is that
most definitely.
Nobody's buying albums anymore. Everybody's streaming things. So yeah, except him. But yeah, I mean, bands really only rely on tours and merchandising.
Ticket sales, and definitely their merchandise.
Yeah.
$40 Slayer shirt.
Yeah, I mean, bands have to tour nowadays. They have to tour way more than they used to. They have to sell more merchandise they used to.
Which goes into what we were talking about last week with Danzig wanting to tour the Misfits, because I think he's starting to realize you got to make money in the tour or you're not going to make money.
Right. I mean, it's just a completely different playing field these days. And I mean, before, 10 years ago, it was unthinkable to put like half your album out on YouTube before it was released. You maybe did an EP. Yeah, you would do an EP and then you would hope to sell that EP, but nowadays nobody buys that, so you just give your shit out for free and then you hope that people stream your stuff on Spotify and go see your shows, and that's the only way that really, especially a metal band, can survive these days.
It's just a different kind of system, man. It's just the technology.
It's a brave new world. And band reference. Yeah. And bands are still charting out the waters these days, trying to figure out exactly what the path is going to be. But yeah, I mean, Century Media is awesome, at least in my book. I remember when I bought CDs from them, they would always send me a sticker and stuff. So
nice.
That's cool then. Next is a quick piece of news. KoRn has a new music video out that we listened to. It's Black is the Soul is the name, and it was a pretty cool video.
Yeah, we were into it actually.
Yeah,
because
I liked
KoRn, it. We talked about KoRn a couple weeks ago, one of our episodes, and we're not the biggest KoRn fans. I like the really early stuff with like Blind and shit, and even Follow the Leader was all right, but this record,
it's not bad.
We listened to it, and it's pretty heavy.
It's not bad at all. I think the last one I listened to was Through the Looking Glass or something like that, or
something like that.
It was something.
Well, the last one I listened to had the Twisted Transistor.
Yeah, I guess maybe that was it or something. I can't remember, but I kind of fell out. I fell out of love with KoRn a long time ago. I think their last album I really loved was Issues, which was really cool. But actually, after I listen to this, I'm probably going to go home and listen to it some more.
Yeah, it's really
I want to finish. We didn't get to the very end of it, but I want to finish the end of it and just listen to it a couple more times because it was kind of impressive. Yeah. Actually, it was a cool video too. I mean, KoRn's always actually had some pretty cool music videos.
Yeah,
I thought. And
they're also going on tour this summer with Stone Sour.
Yes, yeah.
Actually, there's a
song
with Corey Taylor on
Corey Taylor's
which is cool because actually I remember this. And we were talking about it, but I forgot to mention this. There's a video on YouTube with them doing it was a Slipknot and KoRn doing Sabotage by the Beastie Boys, and it's actually pretty good. Like, can't stand it, I know you planned it. Like, it's pretty good.
That's cool.
It's pretty good.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, most definitely. I'll put it on the website tonight,
nice.
and you guys can definitely check it out.
I'll add that to the playlist too. I've kind of been slacking off on the Metal4Metal on our YouTube page with the playlists that we're doing. Shame on me.
Shame.
Yeah, but
shame.
From now on, anything we really talk about, I'll just add it into the weekly playlist, so that way you can just listen to the bands. Are you alive? How does it feel to be alive? Show me.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
Next piece of news. Kathy Griffin. Now, the way that listen, we don't really give a fuck about politics, right?
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, politics is, I
don't care. It's not about who she did it to. It's about her lawyer.
She came after metal. She came
after heavy metal, and I can't have it. That's why we have GWAR playing in the background. Right. The GWAR is playing. Whatever.
All right. So the first, what I'm about to read comes from her lawyer. This is what her lawyer.
This is specifically quoted from the website.
Yeah, this is quoted from.
This is not us taking any kind of political preference at all. I want to go on record saying that.
Yeah, I'm going to try and go word for word exactly what her lawyer said. Many male artists have created far more disturbing imagery. A Marilyn Manson music video shows him beheading a Trump figure. A band Municipal Waste has an image of Trump with a bloody gunshot to the head on a band t-shirt. The band GWAR, exactly what she said, has violent images like this of president after president for years. They're all just considered bad boys. Unlike these male artists, Kathy apologized. Unlike these male artists, Kathy has endured the most powerful man in America and his family using their family to target her and her employees after she apologized.
I want to take a little bit of points here. When she said bad boy, she held up her little quotation mark, so we don't know what the fuck that means.
Yeah.
Next, I want to also point out, in case you don't know, Kathy Griffin held up a bloody image, there was an image, it was a bloody, fake head of Donald Trump
head,
and everyone got pissy about it, and then she apologized. Whatever. I don't care either way. But the fact that you try to back your client up by going after heavy metal, saying that all of a sudden this is a problem, let me tell you something. There's been so many times violent images, TV, movies, games, and that just because heavy metal is in the minority of subjects and your fucking political preferences, so you're gonna come after what we love? No, I don't think so. And I think there's more things that we have to worry about than a heavy metal show. Okay?
Just fuck you, Kathy Griffin. You're a comedian. You know what I mean? You don't apologize for shit like this. And the thing is, she's not sorry. She's only sorry because she lost money. And that's all that's going on. That's the only reason this is happening. If she had held that fucking head up, dude, and everybody came out and oh, we love what you did, she would just be tooting her own horn.
And this is the thing too.
That's exactly
I don't agree either that Trump's family is supposedly still bullying her. I don't agree with that either. Because it's done. It's done.
It's done and over with.
It's done and over with. But what I am looking forward to is seeing GWAR response.
Yeah, okay, this is GWAR. GWAR came out and had a response to this. Beefcake the Mighty, bass player for GWAR, has responded and says that the band... okay, well, first off, they are going on tour, actually, in the summer, which is really cool. But they have a special offer for Kathy Griffin. We'd like to invite Kathy Griffin to join us on stage in decapitating Trump. Then we'd like to kill her, he says. She and her lawyer need to learn how to say GWAR. It's not an acronym.
It's not very hard.
Yeah, it's a guttural feeling. You just have to belt it out. Anesthetically speaking, Beefcake says that the severed head prop used in the photo is about as good as one of theirs. We've been killing presidents for years now, and we'll continue, he adds. We don't discriminate. We're not into politics. We hate all humans. We kill everyone. Thank you, Beefcake. Thank you. See, maybe that's why this wasn't really a big deal for me, because I've been seeing GWAR since I was a teenager. And I've seen them kill president after president, and it's whatever, and they do it in front of 100 people, nobody cared, And now Kathy Griffin does it, everyone flips their shit for some reason, and then she backtracks and tries to apologize. I would have a lot more respect for her if she just stuck her ground and just said, fuck you, this is what I'm doing,
And it's also one of those things, you don't apologize if you're
especially if you're a comedian.
Let's also be real, Kathy Griffin isn't funny.
She's not. And I was trying to think Kathy Griffin. I was trying to backtrack and think
She had a show called My Life on the D List.
I never even saw it.
I only watched it because my aunt that I used to live with, she watched it.
Okay. Well, was it funny?
No.
Not at all.
No. It's just some redhead that said things.
Okay, so you're not even funny. So,
yeah, I'm always going to stand behind heavy metal. And if he wants to kill you and whatever fake president he wants to kill, go ahead.
Or if we do invite Kathy Griffin to come on Metal4Metal, and we could possibly kill you ourselves if you're not comfortable with GWAR, doing it for you.
If you want two hairy, almost middle-aged dudes to do it, that'd be cool.
Whatever. I mean, we're there for you, baby. Don't worry about it.
Actually, what did GWAR tweet out? Did Beefcake?
Oh yeah, he sent out a tweet. GWAR doesn't apologize. Period. Ever. Period.
No.
Yeah. Oh, and show them the comics, dude. We were about to say.
Oh
that.
yeah. Okay. So
haven't thought about that.
Switching topics away from politics because I don't like it. But this was very important to us to try and get out there that, you know, GWAR and Marilyn Manson and all that. It's a show. They don't have any political preferences at all. They don't care. So why should you? Next. GWAR has just dropped a new comic book, and I'm pretty excited. I'm very excited about it. I only have 2 of the covers here, so I'm going to get up and show you.
Only 2? Most people
only 2. There's
one.
like 4. There's 4. Look at the detail on that. There's a little bit in there. Spoiler alert. But it's really...
good artwork.
Yeah, really good artwork. Fantastic writing. I mean, it's GWAR. It's just GWAR, you know? And like I said, there's a black and white cover, and you can color it in if you want. I mean, definitely go to your local comic book store and grab one. Of course, down here in South Carolina, I go to Soundwave Comics. That is a shout out to you, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, man, you're the man. But, you know, I love all those rock and roll comics. I've got a couple of Maiden. I got a Pantera one. They were supposed to be dropping a Testament one pretty soon, but I didn't get it in time.
A Testament one?
Yeah, they are doing a Testament one.
Cool.
And I was hoping that I would get it in case for the concert and have them sign it, but it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
And you can see here, this is written by Matt McGuire, which is one of the GWAR slaves, which is...
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, they're kind of just people that work for GWAR. They're in charge of, like, illustrations and costume designs and stuff like that. So he did a very good job writing it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I definitely recommend it to pick one up. Don't just look at it on the internet or whatever. Pick it up, have a physical copy.
Yeah, it's really good.
It is a really cool read, and it's cool to have for any kind of metal collection. Are you ready?
Oh, we're doing the topic now?
Are you doing that?
All right.
Oh, actually, before we get to the topic, real quick, I had one more thing.
Yeah.
I had one more thing to say. Iron Maiden has started the North American tour a couple days ago.
Right.
They're going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina, June 9th. It's the 7th. But you probably won't see this until, I think, the 9th.
Yeah,
which is a Friday. But anyway, so June 9th, Iron Maiden will be in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Ghost is opening up. So far, I've heard nothing but good things. I saw a show when they were in Philadelphia, and it looked amazing. And they're doing the full Book of Souls tour. Like, the whole...
Were they playing the whole album?
Well, no, I'm saying they're doing the whole set. Because sometimes when they would do other tours, they would leave some of the European stuff away. They didn't do that with our tour that we saw, but they've done it with other tours.
Our tour was so good.
Our tour was so good.
They're never going to...
But when they do...
so good. They're never
the North American tour, they'll do the entire Book of Souls thing. And like I said, Ghost is opening up. And something I want to say about Ghost... The guy that sings for it, I can't pronounce his last, Papa Emeritus, I think. I totally probably butchered his name. Either way, I was reading an article saying that that's just his solo project. So I'm very excited to see what he has in mind as to an actual band or whatever. I mean, I'm not sure. I think he's keeping everybody really in the dark about stuff. I know they're still in a lawsuit, I'm pretty sure, about royalties for their songs. Either way, I'm very interested to see how that plays out and how Maiden is going to be playing out. Mm-hmm. So either way, if you guys go get to see Iron Maiden, please hit a comment down to tell us how it was. And
take some videos and put it up.
Yeah, definitely take some videos, put out some pictures. I'd love to see something. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe our YouTube page, and don't forget our Patreon account is up. If you want to pledge us $1 every month, that would be fantastic. No, you never have to do that. You can always come back here and get the free content for the Metal4Metal news. And leading right into this week's topic, Dennis Parker.
Yes, sir.
I want you to tell me who is the #1 most annoying voice in heavy metal?
Oh my God. Okay, well, the first thing that comes off the top of my head is the singer from 3 Inches of Blood. I can't believe I answered this quick. I didn't know the answer.
That's a really good one, actually. I don't know. My answer is so mainstream.
I don't know the guy's name, but okay, like 3 Inches of Blood, I think musically they're a really good band, and I liked their first effort that they it's not bad. I can't remember what the hell the name of the CD was, but I have it in my collection somewhere, and I mean, I enjoy it, but dude, I can't get over his voice, dude. It's like he's trying to be some kind of King Diamond wannabe. but he just can't quite pull it off. So I gotta go with the singer from 3 Inches of Blood. And yeah, dude, it just, when you said annoying voice, 3 Inches of Blood came straight to my head.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah,
fuck his voice anyway.
Fuck his voice. Mine's more mainstream. Mine is Moody, lead singer of Five Finger Death Punch.
Really? Okay.
I think.
All right.
Not only do I think that, because the music is okay, and that's what I'm judging it on, by the way. The music is good, but the singing is just, I think it's horrible. And I think their cover of Bad Company is awful. I think that he really bad. I think he really, because I love Bad Company. I have every record of theirs. I love Bad Company. And I think it's horrible. And I think it's
awful.
The music video has nothing to do with the song. It's just bad. They're just bad. Like, and the music is good. It's just his voice is shit. And then like you think of guys like we talk about Cradle of Filth today. I think they're terrible. But then that's not like their voice and the music is terrible. And I also thought of Avenged Sevenfold, who I was really into when I was younger.
Right.
I was really into Avenged Sevenfold, and then I wasn't because I realized it was trash.
Well, their album was it Sounding the Seventh Trumpet or something?
Yeah, that was their first record.
That was
Waking the Fallen was their second. After that, and City of Evil has some hits on it, but then like his voice though.
City of Evil is when he changed his vocal style.
And that's what I didn't like. Like the opening for Bat Country is just. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
And I think it's trash. And I've talked to people before, like, do they put on a good show? Yeah. And then it's just, no.
Yeah, I haven't seen...
I've seen a couple live videos and I'm just not impressed.
Yeah,
I guess like being in the crowd at any show, you're going to have a lot
of
fun,
most bands, who are worth their salt are usually better live.
And I don't know, man. I like the dueling guitar idea. With Zachy Vengeance, and I forgot the other guy's name.
He's a good guitar player.
Yeah, they do good, going back and forth, kind of the Judas Priest thing with Kiki Downing and the other, But it's just, I can't get into it. And the other band that came to mind when I thought of Annoying Voice, of course, was Dave Mustaine.
Yeah.
I can see why some people would think his voice. I love his voice.
That's my James Hetfield impression.
That's James Hetfield.
That's my James Hetfield impression.
I think that even, I still think it's fantastic.
See, I don't really mind Dave Mustaine.
I don't mind his voice, but I know people.
Right.
Like for example, my friend Mark, who I want to eventually have on the show. My friend Mark says he loves Megadeth except for his voice.
Except for the voice.
He loves the guitar playing and all that. And if they were all instrumental, he'd buy every record, he says.
Yeah, when you mix Dave Mustaine's voice in with the music, it's a lot easier to digest. But I have heard with The World Needs a Hero, I heard an MP3 of Burning Bridges where it was just Dave singing without any music going on behind him, and it was terrible. Right. It was awful, dude. It was like me singing in the shower in the morning. It was just something that should not be heard by the public.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But with Dave, when you mix it in with the thrash metal, I think it comes off. But yeah, to me, vocals aren't really important. It's mainly how the vocals flow with the music. Yeah. But yeah, I've met people like Death is one of my favorite bands ever. And I'll introduce them, but a lot of people just cannot stand Chuck's voice.
I like his voice. Yeah. I love his voice.
I think it's a good blend of kind of, it's not total death metal, but...
Oh, speaking of death, I remember we were talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and like how he's in the drummer is in the movie, right?
Oh yeah, Richard Christie.
Yeah, he's in the movie. Yeah, he's like, down there! He
has a small role in that.
Yeah, I recognize him. Well, that's the topic. That was a little bit quicker than I thought, so that was good. Yeah. That was good. But so, I want to get the opinion of you guys. What do you think is the most annoying voice in heavy metal? The one that just gets you. If anyone says Iron Maiden, I swear to God.
We're coming for you.
We're coming for you.
We're coming for you.
But seriously, I want to know what is your most annoying opinion of voice of heavy metal? Or rock and roll for that matter. Throw me that. Some people can't stand Geddy Lee from Rush. I tell you to blow yourself, but whatever. Before we jump off here, I do want to mention I have finally booked it, ladies and gentlemen. I know some people have been waiting. Last 2 weeks in June are going to be called 2 Weeks of Punk. Very excited to bring you guys these videos. June 26th, I will have the punk band How Bob Astronauts here on the show for our second, or I think it's going to be our third episode of Metal Hammer, because our second episode of Metal Hammer is going to be June 19th. He's going to have a couple from one of the bars that we work at. Their names are Rick and Stacy. Really nice people. Kind of lived through that moment where the punk was really coming out.
The era.
And has seen a lot of good punk bands, has a lot of knowledge.
It would be great to get their perspective on it from some people who are actually
they're really
going
to have their perspective on there. So please do not miss these videos. June 19th and June 26th. Rick and Stacy, How About Astronauts. 2 weeks of punk, ladies and gentlemen, on Metal4Metal. And with that, again, I'm PJ Steven. That's Dennis Parker. This has been our Metal4Metal episode. GWAR, we love you. Kathy Griffin,
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Ah!